We want to call this meeting to order. I'm George Spancher, Chairman of the Board of Election Commissioners. It's just 9 o'clock, and we're going to call our meeting to order to conduct our business today. Do I have a motion to certify the results of the special election for mayor on February 28th?
So moved.
Second.
And would the clerk read the results of that election?
The results of the special election for mayor of the city of Attleboro on February 28th, John G. Davis, 416 votes. Kathleen DeSimone, 2,667 votes. James J. Delisio, 2,284. Timothy Barone, 81. All others, 3. Blanks, 4. For a total votes cast of 5,455.
Do we have any discussion on the motion? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion is carried. The results of that election are certified. Any further business to come before the board?
Signing.
We shall sign the certification before we adjourn to make it official.
George. I'll take that and give it to you. I make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, we are adjourned at 9:02. That's a record.
George, where do we go now?
Feel free to move. Don't let me interrupt you.
Good morning. My name is Cheryl Harris, and I am honored to be here today to celebrate with all of you the inauguration of Mayor Kathleen DeSimone. Congratulations, Mayor DeSimone. I will serve as order of ceremonies for you today, and we'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance led by the Attleboro Girl Scouts.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Well done. They will now go on to other business that they have for their own day. I'd like to call to the podium Lawrence Qualia to swear in Mayor DeSimone.
Thank you. Good morning. Want it again? Would you raise your right hand and repeat after me, please? I, state your name,
I, Kathleen DeSimone,
having been elected mayor of the city of Attleboro,
having been elected mayor of the city of Attleboro,
do solemnly swear and affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
all the duties of that office according to the best of my abilities
according to the best of my abilities
and understanding
agreeably to the rules and regulations
agreeably to the rules and regulations
of the City of Attleboro,
of the City of Attleboro,
the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts,
the laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts,
and the United States Constitution.
and the United States Constitution.
I state your name.
I, Kathleen DeSimone,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will uphold and defend
that I will uphold and defend
the city charter and federal and state constitutions,
the city charter and federal and state constitutions,
and to oppose the overthrow
and to oppose the overthrow
of the federal or state government
of the federal or state government
by force,
by force,
violence,
violence,
or by any illegal
or by any illegal
or unconstitutional method.
or unconstitutional method.
I state your name.
I, Kathleen DeSimone,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to perform my duties
to perform my duties
so as to serve and protect my community.
so as to serve and protect my community.
At ease.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I think you can tell from the applause that we are saying once again, congratulations on this sacred office and that sacred oath to lead this city and to protect against any threats to the city. So I've been asked to make a few remarks, and I wanted to do so from a personal perspective because I consider Kathleen my friend, and it is a privilege to call her that. So I got to know Kathleen in 2017 when we were both serving on the local Be Heard Community Coalition for Education. And at that time, I witnessed Kathleen take on a number of responsibilities, hosting meetings at Bristol Community College, where she works at the Attleboro campus, writing promotional material, presenting group output from brainstorming sessions, sitting in on focus groups, and leading conversations with students and community members, and increasing the number of participants in the coalition by going door to door, inviting her friends, having conversations. I mean, she was all in, and she was willing to contribute at any level, providing strategy and having conversations wherever and whenever people wanted them. She also extended herself as a counselor to ask anyone that was on that coalition if they were interested in politics to just call her up, and she would get them in the audience or have a conversation with them. So I got to see this all-encompassing role that she took, not just as a counselor, not just as a resident, but someone who has a passion for the city, and I was impressed. Then after the murder of George Floyd in 2020, we were among a group of community members who founded Neighbors in Dialogue. And Neighbors in Dialogue was a forum for community residents of Greater Attleboro to come together and have hard conversations, initially about race. It extended beyond race to all kinds of differences in identity. We had hundreds of people come on a monthly basis to these conversations, and Kathleen and I, along with others, we planned the design of the forum, and then we planned the content. We developed the content, and then facilitated structured dialogues for those community members. And that is still going on today. It's somewhat in hiatus for now, but those meetings still continue. What impressed me then about Kathleen was that she said, we can't only have people who agree or who think like us in these conversations. Let's seek the people who don't. Let's seek opposition. And then she opened herself to hear what opposing views there were, and took that in as a way to process, well, what is it that we might be missing? How might we find a way to be connected to one another? I learned from that Kathleen sees diversity as a strength, and that she welcomes different views and different perspectives, and not just welcomes it, but seeks it out, goes for it, looks for it, and then invites people to come in. So as a leader, she will do what she has already done: lift and rise all boats. She is a visionary who thinks ahead, but doesn't get ahead of the people. And as a committed public servant, she leads with integrity, compassion, and treats all with dignity. She is the leader Attleboro deserves for such a time as this. I bring to the podium now Mayor DeSimone.
All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank you for coming here bright on a gray Saturday morning. First of all, thank you to Senator Feeney, Representative Hawkins I saw out there. I look forward to working with you, continuing our work together to move the city forward. Thank you to my former colleagues on the Municipal Council who are here. I enjoyed my time on the council very much, and I appreciate your service to the city. I look forward to a productive and collaborative relationship with you as we serve the residents and move the city forward. Thank you to the Girl Scouts who already left to go sell their cookies. So if you need to buy Girl Scout cookies, they're out there already, apparently. Thank you to my friend, Reverend Cheryl Harris. I appreciate your kind words, and I am a better person for your friendship, your partnership, and leadership. I look forward to continuing our relationship and moving the city forward and improving the quality of life for all of our residents. Excuse me. Thank you, George Spatcher, Chair of the Election Commission. As you know, Mr. Spatcher, there is nothing more important to our democracy than safe, fair, and accurate elections. And Attleboro is lucky to have an election commission, an elections department that safeguards this most important exercise of our democracy. Thank you very much for your service. Distinguished guests, family, and friends, it is the honor of a lifetime for me to be standing here as the 19th mayor of the city of Attleboro. I am so grateful to have members of my family here to share in this special day. My mother, Jean DeSimone, my sister, Donna Goldstein, and my brother, Peter DeSimone. As I mentioned during my campaign, we were raised in what was then called, and may still be called, a broken home. We were a single-parent family. My mother was and is everything to us. I want to stand here today and assure you all that there is and never was anything broken in the character, integrity, and professional and personal accomplishments of my family. And I stand there as proof of what you can do, regardless of the circumstances from which you come, to be better, to rise above, and to serve. Thank you, too, to my aunts, cousins, friends, neighbors, campaign volunteers, Attleboro voters, and all Attleboro residents here today. Thank you for being here. I owe a special debt of appreciation to my spouse, Laura, and our kids live in Logan. My son Logan is actually taking the SAT at the high school right now, but I'm pretty sure he would have rather been here, so I wish him well, because he got up at about 7:15 and was supposed to be there at 7:45, so anyway, Laura and our kids have always been there for me. Thank you all for your patience, for your help and your support. It's been a heck of a ride the last few months, and I could not have done it without you, Laura and Liv and Logan, and I am grateful and I love you. As some of you may know, Laura is an Army veteran, and because of Laura and because of all the veterans in Attleboro, veterans hold a special place in my heart. We moved here 25 years ago, just about 25 years ago, when we both worked in Boston. And as you all know, Attleboro was conveniently located and affordable at the time. It had the T stations. And remarkably, 25 years later, people are still moving here for those same reasons. However, there's more. There's more reasons to move here now. These are exciting times in the city. We're a diverse and growing city that has long benefited from the hard work of hundreds of dedicated city employees, some of whom I see here today, and I thank you for being here. I thank you for your service to the city, and I look very much forward to working with all of you. These dedicated city employees ensure that regardless of who's upstairs in the corner office, the business of the city goes on as it must and as it should. These people have loyalty to the city, and that is the most important thing. Attleboro has also been very lucky to have been long and well served by its former mayors. And as we embark on the start of a new administration, it's particularly important that we acknowledge the strong footing we're on because of the hard work and planning done by former mayors Judy Robbins, Kevin Dumas, and Paul LaRoe, and I thank them for their service to the city. During my campaign, I spoke often about the promise of Attleboro. The promise of Attleboro? is ensuring a safe, welcoming, thriving, diverse, and resilient community that lifts up all residents and offers meaningful opportunities for living and working, learning and fun, growing and changing. As I stand here today, I am relentlessly optimistic that we will fulfill that promise for our kids and their kids. There are many things that make today special. But what makes it special isn't just my family and friends and supporters, but it's our larger Attleboro community. As I was campaigning for the last few months, I learned many things about the city and our residents. And one of the most important things I learned was that what binds us together is an understanding that moving Attleboro forward means working together, being more inclusive, embracing our diversity, and putting our kids first. What binds us together is an unwavering resolve to do everything possible to ensure that our kids are safe at school and that our teachers in schools have the resources they need to provide every child with a chance to succeed. We all recognize that a city government's first duties is to keep our neighborhoods safe, keep our streets clean, and to ensure that those who live here and those who visit can get where they need to go. We are united in our respect for our veterans, and we will work together to properly honor and celebrate them. We deeply value our first responders, police and fire, and we will work together to ensure they have the resources, training, and equipment they need to keep us and themselves safe. We acknowledge the contributions of our growing population of senior citizens, and we will work together to provide them with a senior center that is worthy of them. We appreciate our open and green spaces not only for their natural value, but the opportunities they provide to allow us to spend time with our family and friends, to reduce stress and maintain mental health. And equally important, and at least for me I know, to reset, to refocus, and reprioritize in an increasingly hectic and demanding world. The environment always is and always will be important to us, and it is certainly more so now as we emerge from this pandemic of time and social isolation, and increasing time of stress. I'm going to tell you personally and professionally and as your mayor, get outside. You will never feel worse. You will never feel worse outside for being outside in the sun with the trees and the plants and the animals. It works for me. However, we also know that fulfilling our promise reaches deeper. We are called to address the challenges of needing more housing and more housing that people can afford. We need to protect our mobile home parks and ensure that our residents who rent apartments are provided with safe and properly maintained homes. We must acknowledge and normalize conversations about mental illness and work to strengthen our community networks with counselors and healthcare providers to ensure residents get the help they need when they need it. We must recognize and address the impacts of climate change and work to create a more resilient Attleboro in all ways. We must confront increasing property taxes by continuing to insist on efficient and effective delivery of city services, and to continue working to bring new businesses into the city. That is vital. Growth must happen. We must recognize that some residents have lost faith in government, and we must work together to restore that faith, to encourage more residents to run for office, work for the city, volunteer on one of our many boards and commissions. They do a lot of work, and they are unsung heroes, in my opinion. Friends, Attleboro is an amazing place. Although we may no longer be the jewelry capital of the world, I assure you that we are rich with natural beauty and a growing tapestry of talented people who will bring an abundance of energy and ideas and a determination to move the city forward. This is the promise of Attleboro, and I am proud to call this place home. Thank you very much.
Well, that's quite an agenda. I think it's gonna
Leave now because it's all done.
I think it's gonna take a little longer than 9 months. So we better get busy so that we get more time. Kathleen insisted that this be a short program, and so it is. So we're already at the closing remarks and closing prayer. Thanks to everyone who is here, all the elected officials and all the residents and all who will be contributors and participants in the government led by Kathleen DeSimone and partnered with the council, our wonderful elected officials on the city council as well. So please now join me in prayer. Eternal God, accept our gratitude for this day. These elected officials and the whole community. We are a people, collective, bonded, tied together in this place. Bind us together with cords that cannot be broken. Ignite the imagination of the residents and build the strong bonds of unity for an even better Attleboro. Bless this city with peace. Continue to unveil Attleboro as a place of opportunity and possibility for all residents. Bless our elected leaders with peace. Fill them with sound judgment, compassion, common purpose, integrity, and love. Strengthen relationships and heal hurts. Bless our new mayor with peace. Give her ancient wisdom for how to best support the Attleboro community. Give her perseverance to remain steadfast under pressure. Give her time with family and friends so that she may be renewed and recalibrated for the work. Protect her physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Eternal God, for each and every one of us, let your love abound more and more in knowledge, depth of insight, and common purpose together. This we pray. Amen. That concludes our program. So maybe one more round of applause for our new mayor. As a Christian, one of the things I'm always struck by was when Jesus was baptized and alighted from the water, the voice from heaven said, "This is my son in whom I'm well pleased." Before he had done a thing, God already said, "I'm pleased." So, Kathleen, we're already pleased.
All right, folks, go get those cookies and have a great day.